Good morning, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Wise One channel. I'm your host, Lady Caren, and I hope you are doing well. How are you? Take a deep breath in through the nose, at the back of the throat. Hold, filling the stomach, and let out. Letting the stomach shrink in like a deflated balloon. Breathe in through your nose, expanding the abdomen. Hold, and breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Relaxing the body as you. And letting the tension go. Yeah, my nose is stuffed like you wouldn't believe. Drinking creamer in my coffee probably isn't helping. Ah, we're in 2024. Did I think I would make it this far? I really thought I had the odds stacked against me so far I wouldn't make this. Honestly. Kind of a surprise. But I hope you're doing well. If my kids are watching, I hope you guys are doing well too. I really miss you guys. Love you guys. It has been. I'm trying to reflect upon 2023. And to sum it up from my perspective, I feel as if I healed a lot. I rested so much to try to actual rest, not just burnout. I feel like I took the whole thing to rest, build up momentum to create and do things, to be me, and then like try to unbury me. And then I continued to rest. And then I tried to find more info about me, like the things I can relate to, like autism, attention hyper deficit disorder. And then I, things about that, me related. And I'm addressing me in a way that, in order to be a complete person, so that when I interact with others, it's the others I'm interacting with instead of just me trying to reflect or trying to let me get in the way of others and their experience when I'm connecting with them. Because it's my deep belief that there's this divinity in our connection to each other and our connections to ourselves and into our connections to the earth. So I really try to let that connection build and grow. So that connection with me, I need to fix the circuit. I need to fix not the circuit. I need to fix the power source. Basically, I need to fix the wiring, my mentality, my emotions, my ability to emotional regulate. So much progress, and then there's this guilt, like I didn't know better, and how much damage realization that it, caused in not knowing. I mean, decades worth of not knowing and just being blundering through life. And it's just survival mode. Plain and simple survival mode. You know what I realized? I don't have my headset. Let's see what this does. What did I do with my headset? I had it. Oh no, it's all the way upstairs. I'm not gonna go get it. So the poor quality, hopefully it won't be the next video. And the poor lighting and the poor camera. So those who are watching the YouTube video, yeah, we'll get better. I'm like, I need to get my thoughts out in the morning so that they're collected throughout the day. So just letting it go, because otherwise it'll take me, instead of me taking my thoughts out, my thoughts will take me out of my day, and I'll lose so many minutes trying to, because I'll be immersed totally in thinking. And yeah, yeah. So thinking really is important, to spend time thinking, spend time addressing your thoughts, and at least for me. So it helps me. It makes me feel, more complete. Yeah. So trying to get to know the real me instead of the me that's external. How else to describe an external rather than an internal understanding of yourself and projecting internally? Project what I believe other people would keep me safe and not kill me and not like hate me and not like stand between me and my basic needs and achieving getting my basic needs. I always had fear, for my underlining fear of not being able to accomplish the basics that aren't recognized, like attention, um, freedom, bodily autonomy. There's all these underlying fears, and it's so nice to say, I don't care what other people think. And quite frankly, that's none of my business, because those are your personal thoughts. And if you want to share them with me, you're more than free to do so. I will do my best to lend an ear and lend a listening, but listening ear. But those are yours. You can keep them. You can do with them whatever you want to do. And I will keep my thoughts. And try not to share them unless they're worth sharing. The ones that are, I'm not going to say like positive, like the thoughts that I share with you, or that I share throughout my day with people, should be ones that build that connection, that empower yourself, empower others, build that totally symbiotic relationship. That's my striving to do. I mean, it's not like a requirement for life, but that's what I'm striving for, if that makes sense. That's a type of practice that I want out of my life, is to build thoughts that align with the moment, maybe. Um, I should probably polish up those thoughts at another time, because, yeah. But, yeah, so, but it's not, the fear doesn't come from what other people think, it's what other people do with those thoughts, how they react. I mean, that's the fear, caring about what other people think in a way that is not positive for your health, that is not healthy for your thoughts. Is the person going to shame me, or is the person going to think that I'm so crazy and then, lock me in a mental health institute where I can't be with the ones that I love every day? And do the ones that I love every day want to be with me or want me around? Is it easier for them or is it harder for them? That type of thing. And how, healthy or toxic is it? That kind of thing. It's just this fear. What fear does to our lives and our bodies. It's a healthy response. It lets us know there could be danger. So that's the whole point of it. That's my understanding. And so we perceive the entire reality and existence and world around us and in us. We have internal understanding, like, oh my gosh, my heart rate, oh my gosh, I feel anxious, oh my god, internal and external. So our brain, who deciphers all this information, is sitting in a sensory deprivation little tank in the cranium. And so we have to perceive, is that little cranium in danger? Is that little cranium, is that life, our body in danger? Is our body, mind, heart, soul, is that in danger? Is that okay? How are things going? What do we want? So we're constantly learning, and we're constantly perceiving of somehow in some sensory way or another. So we're deciphering information, deciphering sight, sounds, if we're able to, and we're doing this constantly, whether or not we're asleep or awake. And so doing all that makes me wonder, the way we perceive life is wrapped up in perception. What do we want to do with our 2024? What does 2024 want with us? So, yeah. Hopefully, we still have a planet. Planet Earth is kind of beautiful, and I kind of love it. I'm kind of attached to planet Earth. So, let's not blow it up this year, okay? Or ever. That'd be nice. That'd be real nice. But yeah, 2024. I like the opportunity. I like the potential. I feel as if I could do anything with 2024. I feel as if I could get financially stable and feel as if I could make my dreams come true. And I feel like I can get over my fear of success. If a person is a failure, not because they're really lacking in skill, but because they're afraid of success. Yeah, I have coming to terms with that, and it's very intriguing to me. Another point of intrigue for me is that discovered that, like, physiological response of physiological occurrence, doing things, physical body is not the same as my consciousness and what I want to do and how I want to approach things. And I mean, there's a practice if you want to not be startled every time you have a loud noise. I also have a migraine, but that I've been dealing with. It's I believe it's on the recovery. I'm starting to feel better, but there was some weird stuff yesterday that I am recovering from. It's like, yeah. Oh, that is sad. I ran out of coffee. But so this migraine, it just, hopefully I'm recovering. Hopefully this is the last day of this migraine. But yeah, but it's weird. Doing weird stuff like threw a splash of water in the trash, which I am anti liquids in the trash if I can avoid it. Yeah. Uh, I pulled the wrong string on my yarn, so now you hear it like, yeah, bumbling around, even with the plastic bag. Why was I? There was something that my migraine interrupted a line of thought. Talking about my migraine interrupted a line of thought. Something about intrigue. I was intrigued. Oh, physiological response of our body. So, like, if I want to do this and the body wants to do that, so there's two brains that work. Your consciousness and your subconsciousness, or the stomach. So the better you take care of your gut health, the better your physical body's ability to work the body, basically. So, like, fuck that, I could cry, but I don't feel like I need to cry. There's nothing emotionally or mentally worth crying about, and I want to cry. I'm like, that's really odd. But apparently, my body needs to get rid of tension. So, like, yeah, I hype myself away. Crap. But I mean, there'll be other responses other than crying or things like that. And I'm like, that's so weird. So, listening to my body, paying attention, and striving to understand what it is, and if it's a natural occurrence, then so sad. That's drunk. Hopefully, that wasn't a spit. And so I noticed that it's different sometimes. Like, so that's the so sometimes, like, what they call it, the horse and the rider, or the elephant and the rider. So it feels weird, like heist or something, like you are driving, like the mechanics has its own mechanical body, has its own what do they call it, OS, its own operating system, and then you have, like, software thoughts and feelings and ways that you decipher, your sensory input, but your body can drive. So, like, that would explain sleepwalking. Yeah. So I'm trying to learn more about being one with my body, and trying to make, when you have your emotional sense of self. So there's these sense of selves that we work on separately. And I'm striving to put all these sense of selves together and to operate as a single unit. That's what I'm striving for. It may be a lost dream. I don't know. But so take care of the body. Like, I've been learning also. Yeah, so we had a Christmas present. It just happened to be a very expensive present. Lifelong, for the rest of our lives, we get to share with somebody who also has type 1 diabetes. So I might share info on that from a person who is associated with a type 1 diabetes person. So what my feelings are, if that person ever feels like they want to share that information, that person can share information on this channel. I'll open it up. And so far, they don't want to share anything about it. But that's their private information. So who it is and their experience, I can't share that with you. That'd be like cultural appropriation, where you're like, let me teach you about the French stuff, even though I've never been to France or anything of the culture of French. I just like French fries. That would be, you wouldn't get a very accurate info. But from my experience, I know somebody who has type 1 diabetes. I've known, like, my mother had it when she was alive. I don't know if she still has it now that she's dead. She's kind of like just ashes, but So I lived with it my whole life as somebody, and then now somebody else again in my life that has it. So so there's more info, and there's like new like lifestyle changes that help with the management of it. So I probably will share a little bit about type 1 diabetes. Yeah, because getting that diagnosis of that special somebody over Christmas, oh, that threw me for a loop. I did not, I knew of some symptoms, but apparently I missed, and the extreme came really sudden. So, yeah, I want to remember to definitely the ER and the hospitals, the thank you notes. Yeah, the staff working on Christmas. I am more than grateful. The gift of life. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. So that has impacted me. And I worry about the impact of the person's life. They have no idea anything about type 1 diabetes. But they are taking it amazingly in stride, and they're being absolutely wonderful. So it's going better than I don't say expected, because I didn't expect nothing. I didn't expect anything at all. It's going better than it could possibly be going. So for as good as it's going, I appreciate it and I'll take it. And yeah. So I'll take it. Yeah, I like take it as it is, and So definitely, that has been one way to end the year last year. So what I have been doing, I've been gone like forever and a day, is I have been resting and trying to get lifestyle stuff done and trying to figure out how I was going to put a camera in there, because I really wanted you guys to see the progress of like, I really suck at doing laundry, to, oh, laundry's a breeze, but to see the steps as a way rather than, oh, I used to struggle with laundry, but there's this tip. This tip doesn't work immediately overnight, unless there are tips or tricks that actually do. I don't know. But there's a progress of learning, a practice, a type of doing it even when you lack motivation. That's a type of practice that I'm trying to grab a hold of. Anyways, it'll get more successful the more I do. The doing is important, the practice. So, and yeah. But yeah, so I have some basic information on doing things now with a new lifestyle. It's I've been approaching with that perspective, the power perspective. I've been approaching it as in that particular pancreas function is now on the outside instead of the inside of the person's body. We're just running around with pancreas stuff where the pancreas figures out, oh, this is what the sugar level is in the bloodstream. This is how much insulin we're going to pump in. And this is the type of insulin we're going to plug in. And that is what we've been doing. The profound impact on my life now has been carbohydrates. The amount of carbohydrates. Holy crap. I've been mentally, I've had to remind myself over and over and over again that it's not just the carbohydrates in food. There's a whole bunch of stuff in that food, salts, potassium, calcium, different proteins, vitamins, minerals, all that stuff. And so I put together a recipe. I was trying to make eggnog. Why all these recipes? I swear these recipes have more and more sugar in them. I looked them up. Like cookies didn't used to have that much sugar. I'm like, what y'all putting all that bunch of sugar in there for? Oh my God. We do not need to be addicted to sugar. It's no, I'm good. I'm good. Like I could do with less carbohydrates. I could do with yeah. So that the amount of impact. It was a half a sugar. Well, we just decided no, you're not gonna drink that, and we let them know there's like that much carbohydrates and you need that much medicine. They're like, no, I'm good. I don't want any because like to take that much medicine would suck. But I mean, like it's it's vitally essential that you take the medicine to go with the amount of carbohydrates that you had. But if you didn't have to have so many carbohydrates in the first place, you could avoid that and just maintain a healthy blood sugar level. That would be ideal. Striving for that. So it's how much don't we need the medicine, but make sure we take the medicine when it's needed, only as it's needed, not as oh I just want this, so I'm going to take that. Like because it wasn't, and it's not like oh you ate all that sugar and now you have diabetes. It's a autoimmune issue. So it's an autoimmune. It's not. That's how it was preached to me. Was like, oh, you eat that, you're gonna get diabetes. Because my mother had it. So I preached it to my kids. I felt so bad because it's like, no, it's not that. Though it does help to make sure that you maintain a natural sugar level as a person without diabetes, because that's better for your body. So like the amount of exercise you do and eating consistently throughout the day is best. Keeping lots of protein to maintain with your carbohydrates to maintain a sugar level so that your pancreas doesn't have to work so hard to keep you level, which it automatically does if you're not diabetic. So, but yeah, I'm kind of letting go, quit soda. We both quit soda pop, Pepsi, Coke, that kind of stuff. Oh, God. I just gotten into trying to make homemade sodas, which that sugary syrup that you make. Holy cow, that's a lot. But I was trying to make like the fermented type of bubblies, not alcohol, like alcoholic beer or anything. But there's some fuzzy drinks, some what do you call them? Like probiotic drinks. No, I don't want the alcohol content to be so high that it'll get you drunk. No, I just want enough um, to fizz up the syrup. So yeah, I don't. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I have to learn how to make some, but for the holidays. But the sheer amount of sugar and sometimes the acidity, your body, you're not made for that. No, no, not made for that. No, this is three. This is probably two. This two. Second row from this. Okay. So trying to eat better this year. Striving to eat better so that we feel better. There's the results. I'm gonna let gluten go. It's not working for me. I'm gonna let a lot of the carbohydrates go. They're like, your body needs carbohydrates, and right now my body is not adjusted well to carbohydrates. I get too tired. So until I get like a better energy level, then I might try more carbohydrates later. To let go of the potatoes and the starches and the rice and the things like that, I don't know how close I am to letting some of the carbohydrates go. The whole grains, yeah, the whole nuts, legumes, beans, legumes. Those help me feel better, I guess. So trying to pay attention to what I eat and how I feel after I eat. Striving to do that. And I have faith I will do that. this, let's see. I got to the end of the blanket. We did a row. It only took me half an hour. Stop and think. So I did a row of yarn. I'm back on the blue, so these are winter colors that I'm on. I just got done with fall colors and spring. So I will have spring colors. So summer colors, and then I'm gonna have some. So yeah, I had some summer colors. I'm gonna go into fall colors, summer colors, fall colors. I got winter bright. This contrast of this bright thing. It's sort of like bright whites and bright blue. Yeah, it'll be pretty. And then I'm going to make it decrease where it was increased on the opposite side. Yeah. No, that doesn't make sense because then you think of the edges encasing and decreasing. That's not accurate description. But it's pretty. I like this blanket that I'm working on. I'm crocheting. So building skills. That's another thing I'm going to work on because I like it. Yeah. I need to build more muscle and I need to build more skills. Maybe skills in building muscle. So what do you guys want in 2024? I'd love for you to guys comment about it. I know, I have no viewers. So I'm talking about after this is done being live and we go back into where you can replay it. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and send me comments. I'd love it. I keep wanting to reach for my coffee, but it's empty. Yeah, so as a viewer for 2024, what do you want from the coffee with Caren? What do you want to hear about? Do you want to hear stories? What do you want from? Because I'm just going to share random thoughts. I'll hopefully keep you busy while you're working or on your drive. There's no news. News. I may share news on some days, like my thoughts on news and my feelings on news. But right now, it's not that it's not important. It is. And if you take your own time to gather straight from direct sources that have done the work to check their facts. Yeah, why that sounds like fat, I don't know. But yeah, so it's very important. Sometimes I think to take a break from the audio diet. I do. I sometimes take a break from the audio diet. I don't listen to news every day. And it works for me. I definitely want to stay up to date on things, but I don't want it to cost me my emotional health because I want to help the world so bad and I feel powerless to do it. I feel like, that's to want to save the world and to save all the stuff on there. And it's always so nice that the vigilantes in all the comic books manage to make a difference in their city or their small place that impacts the world. But in reality, it's a lot on the shoulders of one person. And usually they gain like a team. It becomes a team effort. I wonder if that's how cops, started. Like, I should learn about the history of police. Like, why does every single country have police? Who started police? Who started enforcements? Was it like knights in the, who used to enforce? Why did we have to start enforcing the laws? Why didn't people just want to be like, oh, that sounds good. Let's live like that. And how did law enforcement begin? Because I've been like thinking about life as a wanderer. I don't, I don't think there were a lot of cops. I don't think there was a lot of like courts, other than like the shamans and the chiefs and stuff holding courts. But oh, that is pretty. That stitch is coming out more even. I'm loving. It's coming out prettier and prettier. Like the experience is, yeah. I don't know. It's so pretty. Uh, but we have so much to do. So I want to be more organized, and I'm learning a little bit and a little bit each year how to be organized, how to be, yeah, how to organize what I want organized to live and to accommodate for my ADHD. That's a big thing that I started learning last year is to accommodate because I have this firm belief that everybody is accommodated in the neurotypical world to travel to, I mean, we have accommodations of, figuring out how to prepare food. It's the food, like your cookware and your dishes, an accommodation. That's just the way we accommodate ourselves in life. And it's just, is the world accommodated for the type of things that just the way we do? We have steps to accommodate getting into the house, lifting the house up away from, you know, we didn't want to be on the ground where it was easier for bugs to get into the house and other animals to get into the house more easily. So now we wanted stairs and we wanted to raise our from flooding and other things. But yeah, so we accommodate it. We have lights to accommodate not being able to see. I mean, there's lots of animals that have low light vision and are perfectly capable that don't need the light to be turned on. To run zoomies through the house at 3 a.m. with like no lights on. It's just starlight and moonlight to get by. Yeah. So we accommodate. I mean, so it's not a big deal to accommodate not having the attention and not having the type of brain functions that other people have. We just live differently to achieve the same results or to achieve results where people, to get to the point where people like, no, you don't have ADHD. Do you? Are you really attention deficit? That kind of thing where I'm like, I'm fully functioning because I have accommodations, because I take care of my lifestyle. That's what I'm striving for, and that's what I'm it's like to be able to have them freely go. I need you to write this out for me, please. Or hey, can you email me this? Hey, can you take a transcription or use some sort of transcribing tool where their conversation is written down? They can look it over, or to have a text to speech where they can listen to something if they're having trouble reading it or having the intention to read it. Just to accommodate, just to learn, just to do the things. And it shouldn't be work twice as hard to get half as far. I used to think that I had to do that. That's just stupid. I need to work smarter and not harder to get just as far, if not further, than anybody else. I mean, if they want to go further, they'll get themselves further to accomplish, being able to live. And basic necessities like food, water, shelter, and those need taken care of. Those need to be done. Our society is flawed in a way I think does harm rather than good. So if we work towards making sure that ourselves are well cared for and that our society, our communities are healthy, the more healthy we are, the better we get to enjoy it. And it's okay to enjoy it. And we deserve a healthy life where we can be happy as we want to be. We deserve it. And if, somebody goes, oh, you're just into well, the question isn't why do I get to be able to say what I want when I say it without fear of harm? That's not the question. The question is why can't you? What is wrong? We understand there is something wrong with your ability to be able to say what you want and feel safe. So we need to, especially, my pasty complexion type self. It looks like, arsenic poisoning has been painted on my face. I'm so pale. You know, rice paper pale. Yeah. As a person, I need to work so that you get that same, what they call privilege. It shouldn't be a privilege. It should just be a basic human thing to be able to say what you want and still feel safe. Like, so that we need to fix that. We need to, take responsibility and fix that because that's just not acceptable. It's nice that we have a world humanity standard, let's be humane to each other. So that's the most basic things that we should have. Basic food, water, clean water, healthy food that's not going to kill us, and freedom, bodily autonomy, and shelter. And shelter should not be something that is elitist. I mean, just kind of capitalism is going too far where others cannot find affordable housing. It's nice if you can flip something, but to make it so that others can't afford a basic one-bedroom apartment is absolutely ridiculous. You know it. We all know it. But yeah, affordability, being able to live, no matter what they do with their life, that's up to them to do with their life. Which, has that fear, like, oh, they're going to do something to harm us all if they're free to do whatever they want. Like, really? That's not natural, wanting to hurt other humans. That's not a natural thing. What the fuck is this white thing? Its tail. Huh. I wonder if I line it up here. I work that in. Oops. I wonder if I can work that into here. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So I used baby blanket yarn for this winter colors to make it like light and fluffy to think about, like soft little snowflakes, raindrops, snowflakes. Look at this. That's a type of precipitation. I can talk. But yeah. So to make it soft and nice, I think winter. Blankets over the whole environment, the whole Mother Nature. This one. I gotta go into that stitch. Okay, so healing, learning, doing. It's the important part. I can't believe the time. Yeah, so an hour of me just talking. we'll see what happens. Love all you guys. I love family. And hope my family is doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. Consider you guys also my family. Who I let into the fold. Striving to be careful who I let into the fold. Oh, that leaves interesting looking stitch. Put the white in on there like that. It's okay. It works. Put the tail in. Just weave the tail in with the stitch crocheted in. That's pretty. I like it. I thought it was going to be more noticeable. It's not. Don't want to pull too tight. And to what is that stitch? Let's get that. That would have been not the right consistent stitch. Huh. All right, here we go. And that stitch. But yeah, stitching in what we want out of life. Now sit there and think about what kind of lifestyle we want, what we want to do with our lives. It's our choice. Having choice is important. I am blessed with the ability to have choice what I want with my life and to take control. Where I feel like I don't have choice, I feel like I'm going to take control, take issues, take it so that I have choice, make choice, make opportunities to have choice. Because I can't not, have choice with autism. It's like we are having bodily autonomy or nothing at all. We are having choice and freedom of choice, or we are having none of it. You have none of it. All or nothing. Justice. So yeah, working on unmasking, but I'm also learning on centering and grounding myself so I feel more complete as a person. So that the nervous twitch stuff, or to learn to be speaking with a deeper voice. It's not like a mask voice, but I prefer this voice type thing where I prefer to speak with my diaphragm, where I prefer to approach life with, what is this one? Stitch. Okay, I gotta put it in here. Gotta put in the stitch. The end stitch is always so interesting. So difficult to. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, I gotta find it because it's like goes from being horizontal to vertical. I don't know what that is, but I don't think that's a stitch. I think it's just weird. I don't know. No, I gotta get through this part, this stitch. Yes. Okay. And to get it so that it's straight, I'm beginning to think I should just chain one and then go into the, instead of this one, then go into that one. All right, let me see here. Does that make a square? Does that make that straight? Probably not. Is that pulled too tight? I don't know. We'll get it going. But this blanket is getting so big. I'm going to have to find a place to put it because the box that I had from the ramen noodles, like the 12-pack, 12 case, the case box to the ramen noodles that I had my thing in, it's not big enough for the blanket. I've never made a whole blanket. I've stopped at like, oh, that's not bad. I don't know if that's straight, but that's not bad. I don't know if it's straight. Okay. My forehead is so chapped. So I gotta go clean and fix my. That's not bad. I will probably put more. There we go. Put that in there more. Let me see. Crochet a few. I should let you guys go. I got 10 minutes to try to figure out what I'm doing. What in the world? I'm twisted. What is this? What is this? Am I twisting? Untwist. No. I don't know what I'm doing here. Untwist. That's what is that? Going to bring this back. Line this back up here. We will weave this tail of the white yarn underneath the blue yarn. And see what we can do. That is an interesting stitch. I don't know what I did. I don't know. I twisted this or something. I don't know what I did. But I will get this tail all weaved in there, all crocheted in there. I don't know what I did. It looks like I somehow double crocheted or half double crochet or something. I don't know what I did. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's pretty though. Alright. Put these together, put this up. Pretend I know what I'm doing. Because it'll be fine. It'll all come in. It's not a mistake if you repeat it into a pattern. Then it's intentional when you're crocheting. Oh, I wonder if that works for some parts of life, huh? Okay. It's pretty though. Okay, so this one. And then I'm going to take this and pin that in there. Pin my hook in between the folded blanket. And then we will. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. I'm going to get better at crocheting blankets till I can professionally do them. I like that kid that crochets like a blanket and it feels like a minute. I don't know how fast he really is, but oh my goodness. He is good at that. And he ended up opening a school. And what was it? Third world country of some sort. Anyways, it's giving children opportunities. He raised money by crocheting blankets and he was super fast at it. Oh. Put that away. Oh, I gotta get my day started and get into I was gonna have, December I was working on getting January so organized so that I could just go into January and just do the work. No, that's not what happened. So yeah, I will see you guys. Today is a Thursday. I will see you guys Friday. I love you guys, and I don't know what I'm going to be talking about on Friday. But we'll see what happens, huh? I'll try to have the camera better and the hearing better. Try to have the audio better. Those are my goals. Yeah, I wish you guys a wonderful new year and hope all is well. Hope you guys are doing well. And I miss you guys and I appreciate you guys. And thank you so much. So if you want to hit likes and subscribes, why not, right? Do what you do. Probably put this into a playlist. Probably put this into a podcast. So this year's podcast might do it like a yearly podcast for, coffee. Because coffee needs a yearly podcast. Hey. So I'll probably put my wonderings and my special thoughts are like, oh, that was a really good thought. Write it down and share it with you guys. the next day or something. That would be nice. But yeah, so this evolutionary period of things. So this is 2024. So episode 1. And we'll see where it goes this year, shall we? I love you guys. Love you. Oh, and until the next one, have a good. Till next time, have a good one. Yeah, till next we see each other. Have a good one. Yeah, I'll figure out the sign off.